Hey guys, today we're talking about comparing numbers. Okay, so we have 4 versus the absolute value of -5. Well, we know the absolute value of -5 is 5 away from 0. So technically, he is less than the absolute value of -5. -5 versus the absolute value of -5. Again, he is 5, so -5 is still less than the absolute value of -5. The absolute value of -10 is 10, which is greater than -9. The absolute value of 9 is 9, and the absolute value of -9 is also 9, so these are technically equal. Okay, so if they ask you to put them in the following order from least to greatest, then let's first make sure that we simplify all the absolute values. For example, -8's absolute value is 8 away from 0. 9 is 9 away from 0, -6 is 6 away from 0, and -5 is 5 away from 0. So these are my only two negative numbers. So I'm going to plot -7, I'm going to plot -8, I'm going to plot 9, which is the absolute value of 9. Oops, I skipped absolute value of 8. Which is right here. So this is the absolute value of -8. The absolute value of -6 is at +6. And the absolute value of -5 is at 5. So to order these, we do -8, then -7, then the absolute value of -5, then the absolute value of -6, then the absolute value of -8, and finally the absolute value of 9. All right, your turn. Try to put these in order from least to greatest, and I'll be back in just a second to show you what I did. Okay, so first step is to make sure that you change all of the absolute values to their simplified form. -8 is 8 away, and so on and so forth. Okay, then let's look at which is my only negative. -12 is the least. Okay, then would come the absolute value of -8. Then would come the absolute value of -9. And then just 10, then the absolute value of -11, and lastly the absolute value of -12. Okay, if we needed to plot these, we would have needed a much bigger number line because -12 and +12 are on complete opposite sides. So the number line is just there to help you get an idea if you need it. You do not have to use it. All right? So you need to remember that the further right you go on the number line, this is less, or excuse me, the further left you go on the number line, L for left, is less. The further right you go on the number line is greater. All right? And that's all I have for you, and I will see you next time.